Hello guys, and today I'm doing a part 3 to my beginner's guide to KSP, and I'm making advanced probes. So I think the first thing I want to do is this thing. I haven't used it much because it's unconventional. It's made for rovers, but it looks quite nice if you can figure out how to get into space, and I'm pretty sure I know just how to do that. This was originally what I was trying to make in my blooper reel, but then the idea came that I was going to make the blooper reel because I didn't intend for that to be I didn't intend for anything of that to be a blooper reel. So anyway, yeah, you're going to need something like this design. I'm just going to extend this so you get a general idea of what it's going to look like once you're finished building it. Now, one thing that would look quite cool is if you could have, how that look? Nah. So, yeah, you'd have to switch it to mirror and that. So, yeah. And then you have this. And then, R. So, yeah. I'm going to see you when I finish the rocket. Wait, no. So, yeah, this is the rocket. It's very large. But, your rocket necessarily doesn't need to be insanely large. You can just get creative with your rockets and stuff. So, yeah. And then, certain other things. Also, we got decently affected by Hurricane Matthew. Though that's probably, I think of it as ancient history, but yeah, people around here will not. So, yeah, this thing is almost done loading. And here we are. So, get ready. Oh, darn it, we gotta wait for physics. One more physics, kick in. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Now you can see one of my problems is I don't have struts, so I'll meet you in orbit with struts. So now you meet me here in a 500-kilometer orbit where we discuss more in depth about maneuver nodes. So this little thing is just to get here. So, for instance, what I would like to do is I would like to get to min-miss. You can see here, you just click on it, set it as your target. Now, in order to get the target information, you must expand your orbit out to that of your target body. So if you can see, yeah, we get that stuff, which is information on our closest approach. You can see right there, we got an encounter. Now, if you want to get more information about your encounter, you can go to the body and hit Focus View. And you can see here that you have all this information. So, what I'd like to do... Wait, no, I messed it up. So, what I would like to do... Wait, no, Ceros. Yeah, didn't see me here fidgeting with... Oh, wait, no. Yeah. I'm just fidgeting randomly, trying to get an encounter with the body. So, yeah, you can see... Yeah, what I'm trying to do is... I'll meet you when I have this encounter set. So, yeah, you can see here, we just arrived at min-miss, and, I'm sorry for the noise. So, yeah, we just arrived at min-miss, so... Now we just need to burn. And you can see somewhere down there. Yep, there's min-miss. And you can see the spacecraft I built trying to slow down and also mounted solar panels. So yeah, we are, for one, getting power, and two, we are gonna be captured in an orbit around min-miss. It's gonna be a polar orbit. So yeah, I'm checking the to there. Yeah, the stuff like that, and so yeah. Basically, what you need to do is you need to burn until you're in orbit. You can activate RCS to try and get that, but yeah. Yeah, we are almost... We have to be captured soon because LC1 were captured. So yeah, you can see by continuously lowering my orbit, I've gotten into a circular orbit around Minmus, and my satellite, well, we'll need to warp around into the daylight. So yeah, my satellite is now in orbit around Minmus, as you can see. So it descends into the down here. It's only 9 kilometers up. This is where some jets would fly on Kerbin, because this is such a small body. If you want to get spacecraft everywhere in the solar system around Kerbal, then you're going to need lots of understanding of how low gravity environments and high gravity environments work. For instance, if I was at Joule, I would need maybe a different designed spacecraft, though potentially this could be good. And yes, Elu, that's incredibly far away, so you'd need to bring fuel. Though at that distance from the sun, it wouldn't take that much delta V to move around. And see, yeah, so yeah. You can see now I'm around Joule. You may not think stuff would be different, but it's an entirely larger thing and stuff. It's also a gas giant, so yeah. You can see this thing. It's just a demonstration probe. It doesn't have any fuel. I just got to go with hyperedit. And yeah, I'm gonna enable some cheats. You do that with Alt 12. You can only do it in the full version, not with the demo. But yeah, you can see I'm just gonna throttle up some. And that would overheat, but it's cheated, so yeah. And then I can just go remove a 0 and then go in, I don't know, at late or somewhere of interest, and then I just, blowing mini probe. Now the thing about this that's different is you have tons of moons orbiting around it, orbiting around everything. But now I'm for some reason considered to be falling out of orbit. And then this thing, the probe, a secondary probe designed to orbit around Lathe. Normally, yeah. So basically, while these things are happening, I want to talk about understanding, for instance, gravity fields. That space probe in the background is designed for Joule. I mean, sure, you can go to Joule with something designed for something completely different, like Gilly, which could probably be exactly opposite. The exact opposite of Joule in every way. This thing doesn't have an arc reaction system, so it can't turn itself. It's just designed to just orbit around Lathe. As the planet moves, it's not going to be able to, like, turn around its angle at solar panels, but yeah. And then you see here, we have the probe, which is shaking. For some unknown reason. And I'm going to try to hyperedit my way out of this. So, yeah, for instance, you can see I can just go to Elu, farthest point from the sun. Well, I have an atmosphere probe on this, but Elu doesn't have an atmosphere, so, yeah. You can see there's Elu in all of its glory. And then, for instance, I could just jump from Elu and go to somewhere like... I'm using hyperedit because you won't be able to do this. Well, if you have 1.2, you would, but yeah. I would completely jump and then go to somewhere like Eve. And then once I'm at Eve, I can detach my atmosphere probe. You see, like, if you want to design an orbiter or a lander, you have to take into account what that planet has. Like, does it have an atmosphere? Does it have a solid surface? Does it have low or high gravity? And yeah, if you want to land on every planet, well, you can't land on Joule because it's gas giant, but if you want to do like go to everywhere in the Kerbal solar system, then you're going to need to understand how each body works and such. So, for instance, I can just detach that probe, and you can see that could probably be your best bet for a probe for landing on Eve. It's just going to fall and descend into Eve's atmosphere. Yeah, I'm going to need to... I've read my way out of this shaking. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happened. So yeah, that would be 10 kilometers. And now I'm going to need the active vessel because something happened. So, yeah. Let's say you're at 50 kilometers. Well, yeah. And basically, if you, for instance, right now, we're talking about Eve. Like, landing on Eve is maybe one of the hardest things to do in Kerbal Space Program. Because it's atmosphere. It's just like Venus. Well, Venus is more deadly, but Eve has more gravity than Kerbin and such. So, you can see right now I hyper-headed straight into re-entry, so... Yeah, this is obviously not what it would look like if you were actually entering Eve. It wouldn't be straight horizontal. So yeah, I'm just going to be here decelerating with G-force. If you were to enter Eve so fast, and you can only do this with 20,000 Gs or 20 kilometers per second. Somebody hazardous did this in 0.90 or 0.90 Kerbal Space Program, and he tore his Kerbal X apart I think he went out to Joule, he got a gravity boost, he went into a retrograde orbit, I think. Well, maybe it wasn't. Well, yeah. And then he just slammed back into Kerbin, and it obliterated his spacecraft. Surprisingly, in one of his tests, somebody survived. Now, you can see, we're just trying to go down into this thing's atmosphere. So, for instance, I'm going to get my orbit editor. I'm going to do complex. It's a graphical. I'm just going to, no. Velocity, I'm just going to, no, I don't know, no. And so, yeah, just have to understand these things about the planets in Kerbal Space Program. If you want to, if you would like to, land on everything. So, yeah, this thing is the planet rotator. Yeah, it's strange. And, I'm gonna set this thing to land and stuff. And, yeah, oh, well. This thing went back to Kerbin because I didn't select anything because of reasons. And it's kind of broken right now because it just jumped between a body and a different velocity and stuff. So, yeah, you just have to understand things about planets. And anyway, that concludes it for today's Beginner's Guide to KSP, and bye.